The wire is secured, being secured to the trunk.
I'm used to. Oh, go ahead.
My beer is in there.
Oh,
that's a useful part.
That's my beer, actually.
I don't know what I did with mine. I want to do it anyway.
Perfect. Told you, motherfucker. What the fuck I was talking about.
She sounds like a pretty sound runner. Maybe a little exhaust work, but...
Oh, dude, we sawed it off. We sawed off the whole exhaust.
Did you?
Yeah, it's like cut off at the manifold.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Me and Wade did it. Want me to shut the hood? Huh? Before I run this thing.
Down here we've got the resurrection of the next Turbo G project. New in the box right here. We have the Craftsman 100-piece socket set and a plethora of garage sale and other type of tools. We have grinders, all kinds of stuff here. So whatever. Out here we have the bike. Dun, 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 the Turbo G bike, just as advertised. I'm pulling the back tire off now. Thank you very much. So I finally found all the stuff. The sprocket was the last thing in the box. I was starting to get worried. There's a bunch of crap still in here and everywhere. So I still got some parts in there, so I don't want to lose those at the grip speeders. And they're kind of funny little things. Like I noticed right here, like it had this cable, which it did on mine when I got it too, which I cut off. Whoops, this cord here, which I cut off. Because you always had to keep the kill switch pressed to keep it running. That sucks bad, and that's totally backwards how a real motorcycle is. So, that being said, another concern I have out of the package is that the throttle assembly is already put together on this bicycle, which that is something that's beyond the scope. Maybe the seller on eBay did this to get a better rating. I'm really hoping. This carburetor looks pretty shiny new and stuff. It doesn't look like it's ever been used. It smells pretty aluminum, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to assume it's all good and it's one less step for me. Nothing new there. This is the pipe. It has this burn protector here, which I never burn myself anyway, so that's kind of pointless to me. It looks like it could restrict airflow with the screw holes, so I already don't like it. Supposedly this is a catalytic converter. To that I say bull crap. This is a little different, but I can still tell it's tacked on, and it's just a little shoot to poof hole thing here. So aftermarket chain to an aftermarket chain here. So give that one a try. That's different. And the engine looks a little bit different. I haven't opened it up, but I'm going to right now. Thank you very much. Bye. This here is the engine itself. The new engine over the old one. They said they featured a slanted spark plug for power. I pulled the spark plug out to make sure it's never been used, and I can look inside here. You might not be able to see, but I can see a nice shiny piston head. So I feel pretty good about this. I noticed that these screws are actually on here this time and preset in place. That definitely was not the case on the last one. This piece here is actually in one piece here, not like the last one. The clutch lever here is, oh, it's a clutch lever. I press it, it's clutching, it needs grease. I can feel it. I don't want to mess with it. Anyway, supposedly it's high-tech bearings in here too. Good luck with that. We'll see. Talk to you later. Several hours later, after conversing with the neighbors and eating free food, I have put the rear spoke on. Due to a ground clearance issue here with this piece, some rework was needed on the brake asphyxium blaster piece. I will move over here and demonstrate what that piece is. There's this piece right here. I had to grind quite a bit down off the sides and around it and take some hammers to make these customized G-angle on it so that it would clear these bolts on the sprocket itself. So step one's already going troublesomely. And this is a very, very hard piece of metal. I've ground down the wheels on this grinder pretty good in this project. You see the dust. But you know, Christmas idea. You know, if anyone wants to be cheap, and just go to Home Depot and get me some new grinding wheels. These are going to be worn down. You know. Anyway, so this right here looks a little crappy right now for a new part since I have grinder wheeled it quite a bit to make it work. I'm going to take a few more of the burrs off it here. And then I'm going to hit it with some spray paint so it looks like a quality Big G product. Thank you. Thank you very much. Alright, so got the back tire on. Got pretty close tolerance here with the chain wobble this way. I looked at the chain and I looked at the thing. There's definitely room for error there. So we have error, but I think I do on the other bike too. Actually, I had the bike shop fix it last time because I didn't want to. But this looks good here. Right here, did a lot of grinding, a lot of heat and beat. And I have very tight clearance in here. I don't know if you can see that or not, maybe down there. But it does spin freely. It was a lot of work. At this time, I have the motor stationarily set in place. I'm running a tight limitation here on the size because I'm bottoming out against the chain guard, but I think I can take about 1/4 of an inch or so, drop it down, and I can get good natural clamps with no drilling required. So that's the current plan. Thank you. Thank you very much. So I don't know if you can see this or not, but right there it's got the cup holder rivets. This one goes right where I need to mount the frame. I've thought about mounting right over top of it, but that would not provide a good connection, so I will be grinding this down over here using the power grinder right here. So, didn't mean to commit metal assault to this frame, but it's now seeing metal. Here you are again with studio mag lighting. This has been ground down now. As you can see, I touched it up with a little bit of black paint to prevent rust, and I used a little bit of goop to plug the hole there. I'll probably put the other screw back in this hole once assembly is complete, so nothing will be required there. But here to put the goop in is a good idea in case water gets down into the frame, rusts out from within. You got yourself an accident with a tractor trailer. Thank you. Thank you very much. Alright, since the last clip was taken, I have the motor mounted. It is resting firmly against the chain guard here, but in a battle, I think the vibrations of the motor are going to bend and dent this just as it needs to be. There's still plenty of clearance on the other side, so I'm cool with that. Motor is mounted here. I had to custom grind a few bolts to get them to fit nicely around the bracket there, as well as using this stuff right here. This is super glue blend thread locker, but it's blue, so it's as good as Loctite, I hope. If not, this is a commercial. I've used some WD-40 and sprayed them down, got the handle grips off. This is the new throttler, room. Mounted the carburetor on the bike. Pretty much ready to go there. Choke is all the way down now. Not that that makes any difference at this point. I've adjusted the seat and the handlebars to my liking for the turbo cruiser. And that brings us up to par. Oh, except for one thing. Over here, as I was mounting this kill switch is a switch that has to always be pressed. This kill switch here has to always be pressed to keep the motor running. You come off on the kill switch, the motor dies. That's tiring on the hands, so I cut the wire, and goodbye. I can always reconnect. I left plenty of room, but I won't. Thank you. So at this point in time, I have the chain on, as you can see. Difficult job as usual. And I'm going to grease up the clutch there, and I put the clutch in here and wired it and set it up. So we'll get her done later. Here it is. I have the choke, or not the choke, but the clutch put in place. That was really hard. I don't remember it being so hard. But it does work. I mean, you push it now, and she pushes. You pop the clutch, she doesn't go nowhere. So that's all working good. A lot of work though. Right next, I need to modify the chain guard. I put the clutch lever mechanism back together. So we're getting there, slowly but surely. I put some Loctite on the gas tank, so we'll see how it goes. I had to get the chain to clear, I had to bend the fender a little bit, but it's going to look okay. Thank you.